If you're tired of the standard business and marketing fundamentals, frameworks, and funnels, you need a little mischief. Get ready to turn up the volume on the CEO Mischief Maker podcast, where you access conversations with seasoned business owners who have smashed through mindset barriers, innovated the standard boring business and marketing playbooks, and executed future-paced strategies with bleeding-edge tools and tactics to micro-fail their way into massive success and growth. We are Mindset Impact Strategic Catalysts helping innovative entrepreneurs focus. We are CEO Mischief Makers. Ready to make a little mischief? If you are ready to take advantage of task bots that will make your life easier, faster, more fun, and way more profitable, then listen up. You need to go to callmemkj.com/tools, TOOLS, because that link will bring you to a page on my site that offers all of my task bots and all of my community's task bots and some of the tools that I think are vital to running your business and increasing your productivity and your profit. But more specifically, it's going to allow you to target the type of task you want completed and automate it and not have to worry about it, not have to manually spend time doing it or hire someone to manually spend time doing this. So callmemkj.com/tools, and I would love to hear what you think. Welcome back, CEO Mischief Makers, MKJ here. And this is the second in our series of new kind of SaaS. I'm actually calling mine sassy bots, SAASY bots. But anyway, welcome back, because today I get to talk about impact and innovation. And here's where we really have fun. Just like we've talked about before with any of the guests that I've had on my show, impact and innovation really is the unique part, the messy middle, if you will, of this whole process. Because I'm trying to impact a range of solopreneurs, anywhere from a solopreneur working all by themselves, like I used to, all the way up to a small team entrepreneur. But I'm trying to impact those people to help make their lives easier. And I'm impacting them with my task bots, but I'm impacting you if you want to build these task bots. If you are, again, a solopreneur or a bot builder or automation specialist with a small team behind you, same type of people, same range of business acumen, if you will, but for different purposes. One, obviously, some of the people listening to me might not want to build their own stuff. Totally cool. That's why I build it and offer it to you. So if you want to find guests for your podcast and you don't want to have to go build this automation yourself, I got you covered. If you have a Facebook group made up of people who are in your world that you love to serve, and you want to find more of those people and invite them to your group in an organic way without having to pay for either an appointment setter or Facebook ads, I got you covered. So that's one set of people. The other set are the people who also want to build these things, who get so excited like I do with the abilities that we have now to truly impact people's lives through automation. So if that's you, either of those people, then listen up, because I want to give you and your teams back some of your valuable time so that you can use that toward your business and personal success. Yes, and personal success. So I got to step back a minute and kind of show you how I've gotten here, because I've had a couple of failures before I've come to this place. And let me just tell you what that means. So when I first started diving into this world was back in 2020. There was, if you're anywhere part of my community, you'll recognize this pretty quickly. There was a software that I was working with back in March of 2020 called Openless App. And this was basically a precursor to GHL. It wasn't by the same people. It was basically performing similar tasks to GHL, only even more conversation based, which is what I love. I'm a conversational designer. So I don't want something to just give me landing pages. I want to have that conversation in the middle. And with GHL, you can do that in a mini chat or something like that. But not as easy. And it's only allowing you to use the chatbots. So, but Openless App didn't. Openless App was way ahead of its time. But obviously, if you read the book Play Bigger, you'll know that they were a first mover, but they were not placed to be a category king. So I met this guy, Peter Lasowski. We worked together on this Openless App. I invited my community. I put all my landing pages and all my stuff is still in Openless App. I still love it. But it's difficult to build in. It is highly, you have to really customize and understand it very, very well. And so it's not like a GHL in terms of drag and drop. Okay. So you have to know what you're doing. And I am not a software developer by any stretch, but I have taught myself this tool and I really love building in it because it gives me so much flexibility and the ability to have any click, any link trackable within the flow, not just page to page. But if I have links in a particular page, I can track each one and I can re-engage people and send them content, customized content based on the clicks they make even within a page. There's nothing else that allows you to do that, at least not yet. So anyway, that's how I started with this and basically introducing it to my community and diving in because of the complexity and, ahead of its time and having bugs because technology hadn't quite caught up and blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't say it bombed, not for me because I'm loving it still, but it bombed on a general sense in scalable terms. Okay. But that gave me some incredible insights and some incredible experience for how this process works, but may not work well. And really the main reason is because I really failed to have that product mindset. I didn't have that product mindset for the company because I was part of the company as well. Because in that product mindset, this tool, this software allows us to build solutions for clients, but we still, again, like talking about the last time on Monday's episode, we still have to customize everything. And I was trying to throw everything in a SaaS like GHL. Okay. Very complicated. Anyone who's tried to jump into GHL and use all snapshots and SMS and chatbots and email and websites and all of that, it's not for the faint at heart. You know that, right? So what I learned from that very, very clearly was to niche down and focus. And what I mean by focus is the focus that John Lee Dumas taught me way back when I was on his podcast. You can look it up. I think it's episode 963. I believe that was it. Or 936, one of those two numbers I might have transposed. It's in the 900 series when I was on his show. And that is follow one course until success. One course, not the whole, everything in the kitchen sink, one course. And so when I was approached by Deanna Reese of Zero Work, it wasn't called Zero Work back then, it was called ZK Systems. And when she approached me to ask me about my opinions about using Zapier, because I had an article written about me in Zapier I contributed to, and she found me that way. And she says, hey, can I ask you some questions about how you use Zapier? I'm like, sure. And we got on a call. So when Deanna approached me in September of 2021, I was ready to innovate this whole idea of software as a service to software as a subscription. And I became a mini software developer, as if I had created my own mini ManyChat, right? That only built chat conversations for, customer service of toys, right? I mean, that would be very specific, and the conversation would be pretty much the same between one toy and another. If it's like a wind-up toy, let's say. Or a mini ClickFunnels or a mini GHL or a mini Twilio, right? This, what Deanna had created was my ability to create my own mini software. And I built that, and I've built 4 of them now, and they perform a very specific task for a very specific niche market. And none of these task bots require any service mindset customizations, only product mindset iterations and customer service. If something breaks or something isn't working or the person doesn't understand how a particular part of their parameters works, that's customer service. You're helping the person use your product. It does not require service customization. See the difference between those two? Those words are transposed. Instead of customer service, you're talking service customization, right? Yeah, it does not require service customization. It only requires customer service and iterations of your product for new features. It is flippin' amazing. So this innovation is taking that whole idea of a software and building a software like a ManyChat or a GHL. Think about the background of that, right? The people who built those tools, they have a team of software developers. Let's think of Jasper and AI, OpenAI, any of these tools. They have a team of developers that behind the scenes created this product so that we could come in and customize it. Well, now I am building my own version of a mini Jasper, a mini ManyChat that does a specific task. And I'm telling you, this required a very different mindset. Like I've said, it's very niche focused. I've got 2 task bots that are covering podcasters or podcasts. One is finding guests on Facebook, right? So you're looking at your suggested friends on Facebook and you're looking at, which one of these might be a good guest on my show? Because like a good podcaster, you are friends with people in the niche you host a show about. So if you have a lot of friends on Facebook that are in that niche, you have a plethora of people that they are also connected to that would be on your suggested friends list in Facebook that you could tap to come in onto your show. Likewise, if you want to be a guest on a podcaster's show, you probably, if you want to be in a particular niche of a podcast, you probably have friends in your network on Facebook who are in that niche. If you do, then they will be connected to a plethora of other people who have potential podcast shows. And so you can put in that niche specific podcast hosting and find podcast hosts in that specific niche. And then you can start outreach, organic outreach that is not requiring Facebook ads. And you can start pitching yourself as a guest on their show. So I've got podcasting, but from the outreach, guest or being a guest part of podcasting. Same with Facebook groups. I have many friends who are Facebook group owners who have their own private Facebook groups that they want to grow because, of course, that's a pretty hot blue ocean, if you will, of people who could be potential customers of yours if they are in your private Facebook group, especially if you're an entrepreneur. I know how they're doing it. There's a pretty strong push, at least again, at the time of this recording, for people to use appointment setters to go out and use their own Facebook accounts to find people to DM and invite to your show. But when you do that, when those people do that, they are inviting from their Facebook account. They are establishing that relationship with that person. You are not, as the Facebook group owner. I don't like that. I don't like giving my brand over to anyone else like that and having them have private conversations with my prospects on my behalf. Not my gig. I would rather keep it in my business. I am an old school business owner in that respect. So I have developed a task bot that allows you, again, to use your suggested friends list on Facebook and find those people who might be incredible members of your Facebook group and consequently hot leads. So it's very niche focused. It's very specific. It is task oriented, not huge software oriented. If you are ready to iterate SaaS from software as a service to software as a subscription, remove the high ticket service function of SaaS and replace it with just a subscription and no customization on both ends of that spectrum. That is valuable. If you are a person looking for that task to be completed, that's valuable for you. If you are a person who wants to build that automation, then it is valuable for you. I need both of you to follow me on this journey and help me iterate this. Help us iterate this. I hope you're ready, because you can either build these yourself, or you can subscribe to 1 or 10 of these that you need to complete specific tasks. Either way, I hope I see you on this rocket ship. Okay, hold on. If your mindset was shifted, you were inspired to innovate, and you were spurred into action, don't just move on with your day. Focus, my friend, and take a few minutes to visit CEOmischiefmaker.com to learn more about the value that was shared with you today. Please act now and create some CEO mischief of your own.